Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at Figma's NieR Automata A2, which I've been told is a giant stinker compared to 2B. I always want to say those backwards because they switch the structure. Letter, number, letter. Anyway, I don't think it's as bad as people are telling me it is. There are things I don't like about it for sure, but it's not terrible. It's not terrible, but it's not as good as 2B. I'll put that out front. All right, let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. All right, before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package. Good package. Nothing crazy going on here, but it shows the figure. Shows the figure through a window. I don't like that. Is that an anime thing? Okay, so I did get the game. I've been playing the game. I just got to the point where you actually start to play as this character. I saw on the internet people are saying, is 2B A2? Unless there's time travel, no. They're totally different characters. She just has her memories in a sword. So, it's not the same character. Unless there's something I haven't gotten to, don't spoil it for me yet. Okay, so there's the box. I don't know why so many people are asking that question. No, she's a same type. Why did I get that back out? She's the same type of unit, only an older version. Okay, here we go. She's in stock at Big Bad Toy Store. They had a few left last time I looked. So if you do want to get one, I'll put a link in the description below. About 15.5 centimeters to the top of the head. That's going to make her about 6, just over 6. Here she is up against good old Derwin. There you go. You could put them in a 1/12 scale collection. And here she is up against her counterpart, which they spend so far, and as far as I've gotten in the game, very little screen time together, and it ends quickly. There you go. All right, this figure does look much better. I think her design is just much better, and that's probably intentional since she's an older unit, and she's all battle damaged and everything. Okay, so let's talk about this. But first, the question of the day: which character is your favorite character from NieR Automata? I gotta go with 2B. I thought I was gonna like A2 more. I kind of like her personality more, but I like the design for 2B much more. It's way more interesting. Okay, let's get into it. This figure, aesthetically speaking, it captures the look of the character pretty well. When I mentioned the giant feet in the last review for 2B, somebody's like, well, sometimes they look that big. And you're right, those feet do look big in the game too. So, yeah, that's fine. I don't like the way they did. She has a lot of intricate paint work, and it's mostly okay, but they did some battle damage marks that just look like bad paint. It doesn't look right. Where is it on her arms? It's not showing up as well on camera, but it's there. It looks like just smudges. It doesn't really look like the wear and tear, so to speak. And then as far as the line work goes, it's clean enough. It's not perfect. You can see on this shoulder it's a little bit fuzzier than on the other one. But it's not bad. The faces are clean. The hair looks alright. There's some shading in it. I don't know if I love the way they've done this, especially since it goes up, but when you put it down, they didn't leave any room for posability, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, it's generally a good enough looking figure. If you want to thicken her up a little bit, her legs are just on pegs, so you can do that. I wouldn't. I think it looks silly, but that's the way it's supposed to look. They did a good job overall, I think, with the silhouette and the general aesthetic. It's more in line with a traditional Figma in that it's overpriced and overly simple for the price point, but I don't think it looks bad. I think it looks all right. So for this figure, for the aesthetic rating, I'll probably go, I think I'll go 7.5 out of 10. It's fine. It doesn't stand out, but I think it's reasonably accurate to the source material and well enough executed. You have the different finishes. It's fine. All right, now as far as accessories go, you get a few different hands, nothing crazy. You do get a few different faces. Those are all pretty good. And then you get the alternate hair, which I've never seen somebody give themselves a haircut as fast as this lady has with such accuracy, but she's an android after all. You do get the 2 swords. I don't know what the main little sword is called, but this is the Type 40, I believe. I've been using this one for a while in the game. I like it. I don't like that it turns blue once you upgrade it, but whatever. Yeah, the swords look nice, and then you get her display stand. So that's pretty cool. It's a decent spread. I think Figma's usual thing is they don't give you enough for the price point. I think a few more swords would have been nice. Some options would have been cool, but whatever. I'll go 8 out of 10. It's still a decent spread for sure. Maybe 9. I could do 9 because of the display stand. It's just kind of an expensive figure, so I'd like to see more. So you could argue 8 or 9, I would say. All right, let's see if it can pose, because 2B did a pretty good job. And I have to say, this figure's not bad. I know a lot of people are looking at this joint right here and going, WTF. But we'll see. All right, so let's see. The hair, I already showed you, is articulated. The head is articulated, but this hair isn't especially soft. So you're not going to have a ton of posability, and you can lift the head up, but not a lot. So it's not as good as I was hoping it would be. It'll do, but it's not great. The butterfly joint on this figure does butterfly, so that's nice. It's not the best looking thing in the world, but you can get her arms across. She can hold her swords, no problem. As far as like the actual range of motion, the shoulder itself has plenty of range, no real issue there. You get a bicep swivel right here, which is nice at that black line, so that's helpful for posability. I guess you could probably, you can get a little bit out of right there if you need to. But single jointed elbows work nicely on a skinny figure like this. There's no real issue there other than it's very dated looking. I'd like to see him do a little bit better with that. Ball hinge wrists are okay. Her diaphragm joint pops off very easily. I don't like that. It doesn't have a ton of range. It has some. Not a lot. It's just okay, and rotation is at an angle. I don't know why these companies keep complicating things. It's just put a regular freaking double ball peg in there and be done with it. Now we have this. We have her reverse ab crunch a la Hasbro / DC Icons was the line, I think. Don't love it. Like, it has the range, because obviously it has the range, unless they really screw it up. She can lean forward and back, but it doesn't look good, and they didn't even round it out. It's faceted, so that sucks. Now the problem is, that's okay if you're going to put another joint underneath it to let it rotate around. They didn't do that, Figma. What the heck, Figma? They have another hinge underneath it to let it lean forward and back even more. So it's like, she can lean really well. That's not using the hips. And that's great if you really want her to lean. Well, okay. She doesn't have a self-destruct feature in the game, but apparently if you move it too much, the whole thing falls apart. No, I popped off the wrong things all at the same time. It's actually not a problem I've run into prior to that. So you get to see the hinge in here. So that's the hinge underneath the obvious hinge up there. So it's just two hinges. There's no rotation. That sucks. Let me go pick up the part that fell. Oh man, why does everything fall so far away? Every time I drop something, it bounces 35,000 times. I'm getting old. I can't be running around the house just to do an action figure review. Alright, so here we have her body. Let's put it back together. So the interesting thing, like I mentioned earlier, is her hips are just on straight pegs, and I don't know why they did that. There's no retention. It's annoying when something like this happens. It doesn't break the figure in any capacity. Like, the hips are still not loose or anything. It's just weird that they did that. But that did give me the opportunity to show you. There's no rotation underneath this crunch. So you have this crunch and another one. She can bend over, can't rotate at the waist, only up here, and that's just barely. That sucks. That's not good. Maybe that's why people told me she was no good. Now, I will say these hips that do come off when they shouldn't have to, they do work nicely. They go back pretty far. They don't look terrible. And then going forward, this is all flexible here, and the crotch part that came off, they go up all the way, basically, just without doing anything. That's the power of having a nice floaty piece right here and putting your pivot point in the right spot. You don't need drop downs. You don't need all kinds of crazy stuff. You can just bring that leg up, and look at that. It's so nice. They did a really good job with that, so I'm very pleased with it. Now, as far as the thigh swivel goes, they're stuck. But they do go. Both of mine came stuck in the box. I'll bet you I can just swivel it out. Yep, just straight pegs again. Figma's too simple in some places and over-designed in others. But you do get a thigh swivel and hips that work really well. So far, the only thing that's really killing me is, like, the head could be a little bit better, I guess. But is the torso needs a rotation. And I don't mind the crunch if there's rotation too. This should have just been another double ball peg, though. That would have been better. Double jointed knee, not the best looking thing, but it's fine and plenty of range. So you can bring her leg all the way up. Like, most action figures can't do that, especially without a drop down. So that's pretty good. Like, there's definitely some nice stuff going on here. And then for the ankle, well, obviously it's just a ball hinge. And on a skinny leg, you get tons and tons of range, so that's fine. Yeah, it's all right. So there are some issues for sure. The figure exploded in my hand. I don't actually... That kind of thing doesn't bother me, because that was me just trying to force the joint and it popped everything apart. But it's not broken, so whatever. But yeah, it's Some things are really nice, and then other things suck. So I'll go 7 out of 10 for the articulation overall. It definitely could be better, but those hips are some of the best hips we've seen. So at least there's that. Shoulders work well enough. Yeah, it's all right. Okay, time for the final verdict. Not as good as 2B, for sure. Good enough to add to the collection with 2B? I think yes, for sure. I'm going to give this one an overall rating of... It's a little expensive, so I think I'm going to go 7 due to the price point, but you could argue 8, and I'd be like, yeah, that's fair enough. It poses well enough, despite the one main issue of the torso. Comes with enough stuff. It looks good enough. It's not impressive anywhere but the hips, really, for me. But it is good enough that I have no problem having it in my collection. And I think you guys will probably feel the same way. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, but I will end it there. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.